You know, folks, we talk a lot about relationships on this show, the good, the bad, and the ugly. But there's one thing that can poison even the strongest bond: uncivil behavior. What is uncivil behavior? It's more than just bad manners. It's a pattern of disrespect, rudeness, and disregard for others. It's that snide comment, that dismissive wave of the hand, that refusal to listen. Uncivil behavior chips away at the foundation of any relationship. It creates tension, resentment, and distrust. So today, we're going to dive deep into this issue. Stick with me, folks, because this is about understanding, confronting, and ultimately changing behavior that can make or break your relationships. Let's talk about how this incivility thing shows up in our lives. Sometimes it's these little digs, these subtle jabs that catch you off guard. It's the eye roll when you're trying to explain something, the constant interruptions when you're talking, the way they dismiss your opinions like they don't even matter. These seemingly small acts of disrespect, they add up. They create this atmosphere of tension, this undercurrent of negativity that can suffocate a relationship. So pay attention to the signs, because ignoring them is like giving permission for that uncivil behavior to take root and grow. Now, let's get real for a minute. Nobody wakes up in the morning thinking, today I'm going to be as rude and disrespectful as possible. Sometimes it's stress. Life throws curveballs, jobs are demanding, relationships can be challenging, people get overwhelmed, they get stretched thin, and they lash out. Then there's the whole technology thing. Social media, texting, all that hiding behind screens has made it way too easy to forget there's another human being on the other end of the line. But here's the kicker, folks. We can't just keep blaming it on stress or technology. At the end of the day, we're all responsible for our own behavior. Now, some folks might say, Dr. Phil, you're making a mountain out of a molehill. It's just a little rudeness. Get over it. But here's the thing. It's not just a little rudeness. It's a big deal, because it chips away at your well-being, at your sense of self-worth. How do you feel when someone talks down to you, dismisses your ideas, or treats you like you're invisible? You feel hurt, right? You feel disrespected, maybe even a little humiliated. And those feelings, they don't just disappear. They lead to stress, to anxiety, to this constant feeling of being on edge. And here's the kicker: that stress, that anxiety, it spills over into every aspect of your life. So no, folks, it's not something to just brush off. Now, I'm not suggesting you go around picking fights with every rude person you encounter, but I am saying you need to stand up for yourself, to set boundaries, and let people know that their behavior is not acceptable. Sometimes that means having a direct conversation. Now, this isn't about attacking or blaming. It's about calmly and assertively explaining how their behavior is affecting you. And here's a little secret, folks. Sometimes people don't even realize they're being uncivil, so give them the benefit of the doubt. But you've got to be willing to walk away from situations where incivility is the norm. You know, folks, we've spent a lot of time talking about how to deal with other people's incivility, but here's the most important lesson of all. Be the change you want to see in the world. It starts with each and every one of us making a conscious choice to be kind, to be respectful, to be considerate of others. Hold the door for someone, let someone merge in traffic, give a genuine compliment. These small acts of kindness might seem insignificant, but let me tell you, they have a ripple effect. They create a more positive, more respectful environment, one interaction at a time. So let's all make a pact right here, right now, to choose kindness, to choose respect, to choose civility in all our interactions. Look, we've all been on the receiving end of some bad behavior. It hurts, it's frustrating, and it can do real damage to your relationships. But what are you going to do about it? Are you going to let it fester and poison your life? Or are you going to take control and make a change? Remember, you teach people how to treat you. You set the standard for what you will and will not accept. So set that bar high. Because at the end of the day, civility is a choice.